believes in love at first sight? We talked to a couple of listeners a few months ago that as soon as they met the person that they think they fell in love with, they're like, oh yeah, this is the person I'm going to be with. I'm like, okay, let's just test you in a couple of months and see how it's going. They are on with us, and we will get updates in their relationship here in just a couple of seconds. All right, before that, Rebecca, what is it about Valentine's Day that the Bert Show should absolutely be watching?
Well, I was going to recommend you guys the perfect romantic movie to watch for Valentine's Day, but then I remembered that unlike me, you guys won't be watching it all alone. You guys will be watching it with your girlfriend, your husbands, your cat-adjacent boyfriends. And I got kind of angry. I was filled with like a romantic rage.
Aww.
So my recommendations have turned into little roasts for each of you.
Oh, okay.
You can come share my cat boyfriend adjacent thing, whatever you said.
Oh, I'd love to. You have two now, so you can share.
All right, let us have it.
All right, Bert.
Because you're bitter on Valentine's Day. Let us all have it.
I'm not bitter. The movie you should watch, Bert, is the 1988 Tom Hanks classic, Big. Not because I believe that's what you want to be physically, but because after all the pee talk, I'm genuinely suspicious you might be a child in a grown man's body.
I am doing God's work. What I did this week was God's work.
Life-changing.
We salute you. Kristen, your Valentine's Day movie is The Holiday. Because the most romantic thing your husband could gift you is a weekend away all alone.
God, isn't that the truth?
And if you squint really, really hard, Bart kind of looks like Jude Law.
My eyes are closed.
Cassie, your Valentine's Day movie is my favorite. It's The Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I know you've wanted to say to your insurance agents, my name is Cassandra Young. You killed my deductible. Prepare to die.
No comment. So good. You killed my deductible.
Litigation pending. You have no comment.
As you wish.
As you wish. Mo, your Valentine's Day movie is the answer you give your family every time they ask you if you're ever going to get married. Definitely, maybe.
Okay.
And Abby, your movie is Never Been Kissed.
What's the word? That's so mean.
I'm not sure you have. But if you feel bad about any of these recommendations, just know that my Valentine's Day movie is Nope.
Bless.
That was not nice.
Abby's still stunned right now.
I'll have you know, I've kissed many a man.
Oh?
Yeah.
Once. Were they awake?
All right, let's check back in with Candace and Tina. Now, who are Candace and Tina? They were sure months ago that love at first sight was a real thing because it had just happened to them.
So we first spoke to Candace back in November of 2023. And our
2023. That's how far back this goes.
That's well over a year.
Time is flying.
The last check-in was on Wednesday of November, so November 13th, 2024, and she met her man in a social media group. Candace said, the way he moved was amazing. He was reading books, posting motivational quotes, and that made me pay attention to him. I know this man was meant for me. I knew before we even went on a date. So Candace had been dealing with the longest breakup in history, waiting for their lease to end so her ex could move out. So she was waiting to go deep and flirt with him. Her ex moved out and she told the guy she had a big crush on him. They talked for a couple of weeks and finally planned their first date, and he was everything she expected. They spent Thanksgiving together and made things exclusive, and on our third check-in, she told us that he has a drawer at her house in a tiny box in her closet. They were both in 100% and had talked about getting engaged before the end of the year. Then back in June, they were looking for a house together, and he also asked for her ring size and what types of rings she likes. And when we last spoke to Candace, she told us it was going amazing. They did find a place, but he had some financial issues, so it didn't move immediately, but he was going to move in a week. So did he move in, and how is it going now?
All right, Candace, on Valentine's Day, is love at first sight a real thing and lasting?
It is a real thing, and it is lasting.
All right, give us the update here.
Okay, so everything has been going amazing. He did move in, and everything has been going really, really great. We are so in tune. We're locked in, so to speak, with each other and very considerate of each other. So I think he had a little fear at first, just seeing how everything would mesh, but he's so great. He loves my kids like his own, and he's just amazing.
Candace, what are the two of you doing today for Valentine's Day?
So we are not huge Valentine's Day people, but I did tell him that I wanted to start the tradition of writing love letters to each other.
Handwritten love letters?
Handwritten.
Better be handwritten. Yeah.
Don't want to go down that road.
Guess who has her letter ready to read?
No way. Really? We're going to do it right now?
So I talked to her yesterday, and I said, "Ooh, do you have the letter?" And she goes, "Well, it's in an envelope inside the envelope." And I was like, "Well, can you steam those two envelopes open?" And she did, and she's got the letter, and she's ready to read it.
This is nice for Valentine's Day. Okay, let's go for it.
Yeah, so in this very vulnerable moment, so it says, music. Okay, so it says, so we've made it to our second V-Day. Is it crazy that I feel like I love you more as the days go by? Never have I ever had a love so great. Never have I ever been so great at love. I'm in awe of how this has all manifested. They say that you know when you know, but how I knew is still the biggest mystery. With you, I feel calm and at peace. I feel safe in her.
The Bert Show.